There's a story about a writer named Alex, a creator with a universe of ideas. He saw worlds in coffee steam and heard plots in the rhythm of the rain. But when he sat down to write, inspiration felt like a distant shore. He'd tell himself, "I'll start when I feel motivated." But motivation never sent an invitation. And the blank page remained a battlefield of good intentions. Alex had read every book on habits, watched every video on the grind, and still, he was stuck in the gap between wanting to create and actually creating. The laziness wasn't in his spirit, it was a fog that settled over his inspiration every single morning. One night, scrolling through forums on productivity, Alex stumbled upon a concept that seemed almost too simple. He didn't need another grand theory, he needed a switch. So he bought a small, programmable robot arm. A simple piece of AI, really. He set it up on his desk, next to his coffee machine, and gave it one single command. Every morning at 6 a.m., it would perform a single, unchangeable task. The robot would power on his computer, open his writing software to a blank page, and then, with the software, it would type one sentence onto the screen. The story won't write itself, then it would simply power down. The first morning, the gentle hum of the robot woke him before his alarm. He walked into his study to find the computer on, the page open, and the sentence waiting. It felt cold, impersonal, almost a little insulting. He closed the laptop and went back to bed, annoyed by the mechanical prod. But the next day, the robot did it again. And the day after that. The message was always there, a silent, unemotional statement of fact. It wasn't a cheer or a demand, it was just the truth, delivered by a machine that knew nothing of procrastination or the fear of failure. Something about the robot's persistence began to cut through his morning haze. It wasn't an app he could swipe away or a notification he could ignore. It was a physical presence. A ritual performed on his behalf, a partner in the pre-dawn quiet. It was the grind, automated. The robot was his accountability, stripped of all judgment. Its daily action wasn't just a reminder, it was the first step taken for him. All he had to do was take the second, slowly. Alex started to change his mornings. He'd find himself at his desk, staring at the sentence. And then he'd add another, just one. And the next day, maybe two. The robot wasn't his muse, it was his metronome. It set the tempo for his day, a steady beat that said, begin. His inspiration didn't magically appear, but his discipline did. The small, automated act of starting became the foundation for the real work. A paragraph here, a chapter there. Not because the robot managed him, but because it taught him that motivation isn't a feeling you wait for, it as an action you initiate. 90 days later, Alex finished his first novel. The story he thought he'd never have the energy to write. And when his friends asked how he finally broke through his creative block, Alex would just smile and say,